Wow, we are only 25 minutes late.
That's all.
Basically. It's all my
No, we
fault.
both stared at it. We both stared at the email for a while and knew it was there and just it didn't, just didn't connect, and that's okay.
We used to do this at night. Now we do it in the wee hours of the morning because
Wee
Selena's got
hours.
a baby, and honestly, I need to start just waking up earlier.
Bro, waking up early, like that alarm goes off and your eyes are like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
it's
fun.
good. It's good. I like getting stuff done in the morning.
Yeah, no, me too. I like getting it done so then I can like have the afternoon to catch up on housework and
Yeah.
laundry and all that kind of
Yes, absolutely. But you only got 3 hours of sleep last night?
Yes, because the Blue Jays are in the World Series and
Yeah.
Adam's mom stayed last night so we could sleep and have a little baby break. And no, we had to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching the game for them to lose.
Oh, did they lose? Oh,
There was usually goes to what,
no.
9 innings or something, or 9.
Yes.
I don't even know how it works.
Yes.
They played 18. They doubled it.
Oh, because they were tied,
then they
and it was
lost.
the World Series.
Yeah, and then they
That's
lost.
cool. That's the thing about baseball. It's like it could go on forever and ever and
it's such a boring game.
Listen, I played it. I
Yeah.
unless I'm there watching it in person, I can't watch it on TV.
Right.
Sorry, baseball people. I love baseball though. I played it.
I like football. I'm a football girl.
Football's fair because it's very fast paced, very fast moving. I don't like how much it stops. Drives me nuts. I'm
Who's your team?
for football?
Football. Yeah.
I don't watch football.
No, Chris, you have to choose one though.
I mean, I guess it would have to be the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, because I'm closer to. I'm not in Dallas, but I'm close-ish to Dallas.
It's your closest team.
Yeah, and they're pretty good. And the cheerleaders are like they have their own show, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I don't watch. I don't watch any sports. I played every sport under the sun, but for
You're
some
just
reason,
done with it.
unless I'm in person, not my thing. I'll watch hockey with my dad though. I enjoy watching hockey with my dad.
That's good.
That's about it though.
Yeah, hockey. The puck goes so fast I can't even see what's going on. I'm like,
That's funny. That's actually a thing. In the there was a point in time, and I feel like it's still a thing, where they would have like a little, I think it's like a blue or red line, follow the puck for people that couldn't see it.
oh, that's cool. That'd be me. I need that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm just not, I'm
Yeah.
a sports girl, love playing sports, but
Yeah.
no, I can't watch them on TV. Or I can, but I have to be like with people. Like I'll watch the Super Bowl and I'll watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know all the rules to all of them. I just don't care.
Just don't around with it. And I get it.
No.
I would like to talk about the race car because I'm really intrigued and I want the story behind that.
Let's get on that topic because
Yeah.
I have not in my life ever watched a NASCAR race. I've watched quite a bit of F1 actually, so I kind of just went back on everything I just said because technically that's a sport. But it's just crazy. It's like just a deadly crazy sport. But NASCAR, yeah, so randomly just got a notification from this NASCAR team. And they're like, we had a sponsor drop out last minute. They were like our whole sponsor. We love you guys. We love your branding. Would you guys want to be on a NASCAR car? They gave us a really good discount because it was like it was 3 days before the actual
Oh my
race.
God. So they had to wrap that fast.
Yeah. So our amazing Sour Boys artist, Ray Dillon specifically, he's done so much art for us. He like rallied up and did all the art and they slapped it on the car and it looked good. It was the best looking car
so
out
good.
there. And he got like 14th, which is good because there was like 30 almost or something. So we were halfway, but we won the best looking car.
Okay.
That's
sick.
all. That's for us. It's like, that's all we care.
Do you get a plaque? You get a plaque
No, I
for
don't
that.
think so. But it was really
Damn.
cool. It was like a really cool event. We had some of Caleb's cousins who work with us because we just work with like family and friends. And then one of our friends who work with us, they went to the race and they dressed up like wizards because we were doing like this medieval thing. So they were on TV, like being interviewed. It's really funny.
Wizards. What a crazy, like, just life flip. So we have a car, it's a NASCAR, and we got these wizards and they're around.
Yeah.
I love this.
No, it was crazy. That and weird timing. And I don't want to be like, well, we had this thing, but it's really cool because it was just supposed to be a joke. But Caleb and I have been very much working by ourselves in like the video game world, and we thought while we're working on bigger games, we were like, let's just make like a mobile game because I love mobile games. So we're like as a joke, just make a mobile game to see if we could, and we did.
I saw your Instagram story yesterday.
Yeah, and we did, and now it's out, and it's called Legends of Zulk, and it's like it's very similar to Subway Surfers because I like Subway Surfers, but it's a running game, but it's like in our own Sour Boys world. We built like lore around it. We're gonna come out with like.
And you did it in 24 hours, right? Was that the plan?
No, we are gonna do that.
Okay.
That's gonna be like kind of a intro for people who don't know that we are working on video games. That's the video that came out today. So I came out with a video yesterday, and we made a video game in 24 hours just to show like what we've been working on.
We can do it.
Yeah, it's just so random. I don't think anybody will expect that, but it's called Legend of Zulk. And if you want to go check it out, there's going to be like really fun things. Like in the future, we're going to do like high scores, get like this, like 10% off Sour Boys. And like we can, because we own it 100%. We made it ourselves.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
So yeah, it'll be like really fun, but it's a really fun game. Like I'm addicted to my own game. It's really awesome.
Send me the link, bro. I want
I will.
to play it.
I will. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's what's going on in my life. What about you?
Baby.
Yeah.
We're still living the same life. I'm living.
Yeah. I know. When you said you got 3 hours of sleep, I was like, oh, because of the baby. But then it was actually because of the big baby, Adam.
Yeah, I'm getting a mom car. So we went and chose out a new mom car for me. I test drove a minivan. Well, I test drove a minivan, right?
Okay.
No, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I tried. I can't do it. It's not me yet. If you guys don't know about this about me, I like cars. Okay, I have a problem. It's my dad's fault. He was a mechanic. I had ordered an Expedition because I've had an Expedition before. I have an
Expedition.
Okay? Chris has an Expedition. I had one. Then Chris got one. And then I'm like, I'm going back. Well, dude, I went and we had ordered it with this weird package, and the leather came out looking purple. So I didn't. It was like purple, which is not my color. So it was purple, leatherish, with gray wood, with black accents, with a cream headliner. It looked horrible.
Oh, she says with a purple background.
Yes, well, I like that
almond color.
Like
no. So what what color purple was it?
It was like a merlot-y. Like it wasn't terrible, but it just didn't look. I didn't like it. So then
interesting.
I test drove a Navigator.
The Navigators are cool.
So I got a Navigator.
Okay, that's cool. That's like, is that like a step up?
It's the same thing it's the exact same thing as an Expedition, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
They look almost the same. They're just a little bit like a little fancier.
Yeah.
But it's always been a dream of mine to have one of them. So I'm like, you know what?
There you go.
Mommy made it.
Mom. Yeah, you're a mom.
I'm a mom
car. I'm not even a mom. I have a mom car. But I have the dog car.
The Expedition's amazing. The dog car.
Because I think about it.
Remember when we did the road trip?
Yes.
Remember the road trip in my Expedition? It was perfect. There was so much room. It was so comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can fit all of my dogs back there. I can fit 2 big dogs, 3 small. I can fit 2 cats back there. It's great. It's very practical.
Realized my light's on.
Oh, yeah. I was like, it's very bright in here. Oh, there we go. Now we're some potty-co. But that's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
How long are you excited when you get a new vehicle? Because I remember when I got my first vehicle, like a 1994 Suzuki, I was like on top of the world for about a year. But then I feel like every other car I've gotten since has been like,
it didn't hit the same.
Didn't hit just like that free Suzuki from my grandfather because it barely worked.
Dude, that was me, my Bonneville from my dad. I was just like, oh, I love it. And I ran it into the absolute ground. You know what? I feel like it's a high you're always going to chase. But like there's certain cars that excite me so much, like my 1999 Pontiac Sunfire. That thing, every time I see it, it barely runs.
I had a Sunfire too. We've talked about this.
I know, we talk about this.
But I like that. But you know why? I actually liked that car. Actually, you know what? I appreciated that car more because I bought it from my sister. Like all of us kids had the Suzuki because it was a literal piece of shit. It did not work. It could like get you to school. That's about it.
Yes.
That's why my grandpa would not take any money from us, which it had like 400,000 kilometers on it. But then the Sunfire, it was like a fast little car, but then it blew up on the highway at 2 a.m.
Yeah, I remember you told me. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
What were you doing out at 2 a.m.?
I was at my friend's house that I wasn't supposed to be at. And it was literally like 2 hours away from my house. So I had to ring.
Mom, I'm on the side of the highway.
I'm on the side of the highway like an hour and a half away. My car blew up. It didn't actually blow up.
She must have been,
the engine
car
was
would have been livid.
Oh, luckily, I think she was like so mad that she like just was silent and it was so late. But they were not happy. But the thing is like I was like, I think I was like 19 or 20. Like I was an adult.
Okay.
But I'm still scared because I still live with my parents. So
my dad would have been so pissed at me still. He would have been like, what are you doing? These are poor decisions, Selena.
Yeah. And you know what's though? It was because I didn't get my oil changed, but I did like 3 days before. So the place I went to like didn't actually do what they said they did. So then that was a whole other thing. Yeah. It was like dry.
Yeah. My Sunfire can't even be safetied. It's just a farm car.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just drive it around up and down that hill where the fire pit is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like my Suzuki couldn't go up hills.
Nah. Yeah. No,
you had to go as fast as possible to get up a hill, and sometimes you wouldn't make it. Like,
no, you just have to roll back down.
Yeah, it would have been better having a tricycle, I think. But I still loved it. Still love that Suzuki.
Dude, there's nothing like the cars when you first get your freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never anything
it's
like
good cars.
That.
Yeah, no, I appreciate cars. I don't really care about cars too much.
No,
I just want something practical. And that, won't blow up again.
See, that for me is so hard because my dad's a mechanic. He loves cars. He lives through me. I live through him. Mm-hmm. We share cars. We love it. We love it. But then there's certain people who I meet who are like, I don't give a shit. So like a lot of the time when I meet influencers, I'm like, what do you drive? Because they usually drive something really, really cool. First there's you're like, I don't give a shit. It's Colby. I remember the first time saying Colby, I'm like, what do you drive? And he's like, Selena, I don't give a shit about cars. And he drives, I won't say what it is, but he drives like an old car.
Yeah, just like from his teenagehood. Yeah, I'll run a car into the ground.
And I was like, what?
But that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Everybody has their thing.
He didn't live up to what I thought in here. You know? I'm kidding.
Yeah, he should be driving like a GTR.
I don't even know what that is.
What?
What's a GTR?
Isn't it a Mustang? Now I'm questioning myself.
Like a Mustang, like the GT or the Shelby?
Maybe.
Wait, I need to know what it is.
I think no, that's a car.
Hold on.
I don't know stuff about cars. I just thought it was a really nice car.
A Nissan GTR Sport Skyline. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or something like that.
I had a Mustang.
I don't know how that came into my brain. You had a Mustang? Mustangs are cool. Caleb's grandma has a Mustang.
Caleb's grandma?
Yeah, she's a baddie. She's a baddie. And color? It's red.
Mine was lime green.
Yes, sometimes because we don't have like a car, we have like trucks or like a SUV because we're just out in the country. But she moved down here. She lives like a minute away from us now. So sometimes we take it out and we go fast. But like appropriately fast. Definitely not over the speed limit ever. We're in the middle of Texas.
Do you have that one homeless lady?
Yeah.
Where you live?
Yeah, she's a doll.
Is she all right?
She's a doll and she has a baby. She has a fake baby doll. Yeah, she made it through the summer.
I don't get her voice. She comes up and she's like,
hello, darling.
Yeah, I think she might be like the town spirit or like I feel like we all collectively see her, but she's like the town guardian, I think. Okay. But she's lovely.
Is she dead? Is she alive? You think she's dead?
I don't know. Potentially. No, I think she's alive, but like I think she's immortal. Cuz she's like old as well. And people help her really all the time and like give her stuff and
someone should give her a shed or something. She seems nice.
Yeah.
Like, here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. She doesn't like take stuff. She just lives outside of the Dollarama or the Dollar General, I mean, because we have Dollaramas and
what a sweet soul. I just remember Adam being like, we got to give her some, we got her some drinks and stuff.
Thanks, darling.
Yeah.
She's
so sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Freaking love it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm really excited about these Am I the Asshole Death editions.
Yeah. Yeah. Selena usually does like the docs. And then
we collectively work on them a lot
but
of the time.
you do the lion's share of it. But I was like, you know what, I'm I'll do the doc today, and it's just not going to be as good as Selena's doc.
No, it will. Stop it.
Because I have like so many projects going on and stuff. So she's been like an angel, and she's like, I'll do the docs for our channel. And so now we have to deal with my doc. And me being me, I'm like, let's do stuff about death. Death. Because I've been thinking about that a lot.
Bro, so many people are dying right now. It's freaking me out. I'm like on all these Death After Dark Facebook groups, all these famous people, these influencers. And I'm just over here fat and diabetic. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be next.
Dude, yeah. I know a lot of people that have died. Or too many people like in my own life that have died recently.
You've been through a lot in the last few years.
Yeah, but it's going to happen to all of us. I'm like weirdly like, wow, that's
want it to happen for a while.
It's crazy. That will never happen to me, but I'm just like, I know it will. And soon, probably.
Wait.
Anyway. No, I don't know.
What do you wait?
No, I have no idea.
You know what's creepy? Right as you said that, I clicked on this and you're like, soon. And then I looked and it says removed by moderator. And I was like, you've been removed by the moderator?
Oh, dang. It got removed. Okay, I guess we'll have to go to the next one. I got those last night too.
Damn.
All right. You want to go first or me?
I can go first.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, yeah. This title's ooh.
Yeah, I haven't read them. I only read the titles, but I was like,
dude, looks juicy.
Okay.
Looks juicy. Am I the asshole for marrying my dad's widow after he passed away? Okay. Posting this here because I got removed from another group for some reason. Maybe because you're weird. Hopefully my supporters can see it here and I can update soon. So this is going to sound awful no matter how I word it, but please try to keep an open mind. My 26 male dad passed away about a year and a half ago. He was married to Elizabeth, 54 female, for around 20 years. Oh, wait.
It was your mom. It was your stepmom.
Your stepmom. Okay. She's not my mom and my dad never actually... Wait. She's not my mom and my dad never actually signed my birth certificate. Long story, family drama, whatever. So legally and biologically, we're not related in any way. The woman. Okay, cool. After my dad's funeral, I kept in touch with Elizabeth because she didn't have anyone else. She was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer earlier this year, and insurance barely covered anything.
Oh.
The bills were getting insane, and she was talking about stopping treatment because she couldn't afford to keep living like that.
Oh.
I work a stable job with incredible health benefits and the kind that covers dependents 100%.
Oh.
I asked HR about it, and they said the only way to get someone on my plan is if they were a legal dependent. So I offered to marry her, and she hesitantly accepted. I love this. Okay, I changed my mind. Before anyone jumps to conclusions, it's not romantic. We don't live together. We don't sleep together. And there's nothing going on. I just didn't want her to die when I had the ability to help her live. She cried when I asked her to do it. Not because she's in love with me, because she didn't think anyone else would care enough to help. Now my family found out and they were absolutely losing their minds. My aunt said I dishonored my dad's memory. My cousin said I discussed the family and called me a walking Jerry Springer episode. My stepbrother told me I was sick and probably doing it for attention. I get it. It's weird and it sounds bad, but I swear this isn't about anything other than helping someone I care about survive. I've already been through losing one parent figure. I couldn't just stand by and let it happen again just because of red tape and medical costs. So Reddit, am I the asshole for marrying my dad's widow so she could have health insurance while she fights cancer? I don't think I am, but maybe I'm wrong.
That is the most selfless thing
Beautiful.
I've ever read on Reddit. Are you kidding? I had no idea it was going to go that direction. As soon as it said she had cancer, I was like, oh, I'm terrible for thinking that. And then I was thinking, I was like, the whole time I was like, oh, maybe he did that because I know when people, like when like somebody's brothers die, or when somebody's like brother dies and they marry their spouse, like a sibling marries a spouse. That's like not common, but the people lean on each other during death, and sometimes it can lead to like romance or whatever. So I thought it was going to be like that, but this is like, my gosh, like what a
selfless and beautiful. Selfless. You're not an asshole.
No, I don't think so at all. I don't even understand. Like, I get if the family found out and all they found out was that you married her, but like, and that's it. But like, you had to have
Totally, like the top
explained it
comment
to
here.
them.
Does your stepbrother and family know why you did it? Because, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? How would they not?
Did they answer?
Then my friends did this so one of them can have insurance when they needed surgery. It worked. It wasn't romantic. Now they're married to different people with families like it never happened. And then the next one says, heart is in the right place. Hold your head high. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, way to swindle a shitty system too. Because
Yeah.
I literally just had a friend yesterday have to he was going to call the ambulance, but he was like, I can't afford it. And we're just like, okay, we'll just take you. But like, yeah, it's f***ed up. That's like the one thing, like I know Canada, it's healthcare is like a whole other story. Like free healthcare is got its own bad things, but for people to just be like, no, I'd rather take the risk in dying than get an ambulance because it's too expensive. It's like,
that's sad, man. It makes you sad.
Yeah, or like health insurance being too expensive or whatever. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I think this is very selfless, very heartwarming.
She's doing well.
Yeah, I know, me too. Yeah, when was this? I think this was really recent. It was 11 hours ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, fresh.
Yeah,
fresh.
Well, all right. Let's move on to the next one. All right. Next up, am I the asshole for refusing to name my baby after a dead girl?
Damn.
Oh, gosh, okay. I, 25 female, and my husband, 27 male, have a complicated history together, especially concerning his family. I met him on a blind date when we were both in college, and he asked me to be his girlfriend on our second date. He's always been sweet, trying to be considerate of my feelings, especially when it comes to his family. His mother has always been against our relationship from the start, mostly due to the reasons I think I might be the asshole here. Oh, okay. He had a friend, let's call her Annie, who passed away when he was a teenager. He's always been close with her, and he always insisted they were platonic. However, his mother always talked about how they were supposed to get married as adults, and I was his second choice. And he wouldn't have married me if she was alive. Oh! Ooh. Damn! Okay. It's always hurt in all honesty, and I've tried as hard as I can to be accommodating for her and her grief, as she cared about Annie a lot, and was even friends with her mother. Annie was a great girl, and I do wish I could have gotten to know her, but it hurts being constantly compared to the woman my husband could have been with, especially since we already have a son who his mother isn't allowed to see because of her insistence that he's not her real grandbaby because he isn't Annie's. What in the actual what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So this is where I think I probably overreacted and I could be the asshole. We found out about 2 months ago that we were having a baby girl and we were ecstatic. I worried he'd be one of those boy-only fathers, but he almost cried finding out we'd have a girl. Oh, that's sweet. Our son is also over the moon, constantly talking to his sister and asking for her name, which has become an issue as he recently asked to name our daughter after Annie.
Oh, but it's already such a stir the pot. Leave it alone.
Which was upsetting, especially since his mother is so hung up about them being together. We ended up arguing slightly, and I'm currently staying with my son at a friend's house. Am I overthinking this? I just don't know what to do. His mom has been blowing up my messages. I don't even know how she got my messenger. Me and him haven't spoken to her since our son's first birthday, and my mama has just told me to stop arguing over it and just let him choose her name since she's his only daughter. Oh, what? Any advice?
What?
She's carrying this kid for 9 months. That shouldn't roll over. Any advice is appreciated. I need a non-biased opinion. My friend says I was overreacting for leaving, but I just needed time for myself, and I don't want to confront him right now. I know I can be sensitive without realizing so many input is appreciated. Minor edit, I guess, for people in the comments. Annie died at 18 in an accident, and yes, her and my husband husband's mother were friends. Okay, I already said that. Me and my husband met when I had recently started college, and we got married a year later. Our son is 3. My husband always defends and stands up to his mother when it comes to it. I know he cares about me, but I worry sometimes if he'll subconsciously start believing what she says. I know I'm his wife. I'm the woman he married and his kids, who has his kids, but it's hard not to feel secondary sometimes. My husband works a lot, and at the moment I wasn't thinking straight, but thinking about it, I think it was a better choice to take him, as I don't want him to be left alone by himself. Oh, your son. Got it. I would feel horrible if I was this woman. I would feel like constantly just not good enough. And then naming my child after the person. It's not the dead woman's fault. It's not Annie's fault. But like, I wouldn't be able to, like, that's who I'd associate the name with.
I am such a person for cutting off toxic people in your life, even if it's like a family member. But the fact that he stands up for his mother who isn't respecting his wife, Dr. Phil would lose his mind. It's always like Dr. Phil there. But no, the fact that she doesn't accept the grandson because it's not Annie's, right there, I would not want my child to understand that that was a thing or ever feel unwanted. So I would have cut her off a really long time ago. You're not an asshole.
I mean, they did. They said they cut him off 2 years ago, or they cut her off 2 years ago.
Oh, they did? But she knows about the new baby and stuff, doesn't she, or no?
I guess, but they said they haven't talked to her since his first birthday.
Oh, good.
So they did cut her off.
No, I think having that name there will always keep her alive, which is a good thing, but at the same time, not in their family.
Not if it's not mutual. Yeah, because it's the husband bringing this up. It's not even the mom at this point. Like, she has her quarrels with the mom, but now this is the husband being like, let's name her Annie. It's like, were you not present the whole time your mom was
3 years?
Like, here's the reason we cut her out, because I just was constantly compared, and now you want to like put Annie into our daughter and like as a replacement of some, or like to honor, I guess, but just, I don't know, it all feels really icky to me. I just really don't like how the husband's acting. Like, mom aside, whatever, she's cut off. She doesn't care about what she thinks, but if my husband came up to me and was just like, let's name her after my dead best girlfriend that my mom loves more than you. I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, I think that's a really good, I'd be like, you, I'm going to my friend's house. So I don't think you're overreacting there either.
Not at all.
Top comment says, not the asshole, saw a post that, may have been hubby earlier. They're both posting on Reddit. Oh gosh. I hope somebody linked it because I really want to read that. Wanting to name your child with a name that has caused so much trauma in your relationship is unfair to you. Due to his mother's behavior, his friend name is now off the card. Your daughter will also be favored over your son because she is a memorial to Annie. Yeah. The name is now toxic to your marriage. The fact that he let it get to that point, you have had to leave your home whilst pregnant, is not right. Yeah, you can get by it, but he needs to understand that he could damage the relationship between you and your daughter before she's born. Yeah, exactly. I need to know if there's a link somewhere.
I know. I want to see it.
Thank you, person in the comments. Oh, okay. Can I continue this and read this? We have the husband's post. I think we have the husband's post. It says,
immediately,
am I the asshole for asking my wife if we can name our daughter after my best friend? All right. Throwaway account because my friend uses Reddit. I, 27 male, am married to my wife, 25 female, who I will call Kate, fake name. Kate is pregnant with our second child. We recently found out we are having a baby girl. While we were discussing different baby names, I suggested Charlotte, fake name. We'll say Annie, just to keep it all the same.
Yep.
Annie was my childhood best friend who unfortunately passed away when we were 18 in a car crash. This is totally the same person. This is crazy. The two of us, right? The two of us, well, I mean, I'm sorry, we're not excited that Annie died. That's fucking terrible.
No.
The two of us were friends for our whole lives. When she left my life, I told myself I would name one of my children after her. Well, isn't that nice for you? What? Like, that's fine to think, but if you're not mutual, anyway, I'm already on the wife's side. It just so happened that we are having a daughter next. The issue is my mother was convinced me and Annie would get married. Neither me nor her liked each other in that way. My mother consequently hates Kate, my wife. She has never been afraid of telling Kate she will never be Annie. Whenever things like this come up, we always leave, as neither of us want to listen to her ramble. I've always told my mother that I love Kate, and she needs to drop her resentment towards her. It has gotten to the point where I have dropped my mother from my family and life. I couldn't take her degrading my wife anymore. Love to hear it.
Good.
After Kate heard my suggestion, she left the house. She wouldn't respond when I asked her what was wrong and hasn't responded to my messages. It's been a few days now, and I've just been told she is with her parents and needs to be left alone for a few days. I understand that it's very possible that she probably has bad experiences with the name. Probably? You cut your mom off. What are you talking about? And just doesn't want to name our baby after her. Edit, I know my wife made a post on here as well, currently trying to keep up with all the comments.
Oh, at least he knows now that he's an asshole.
This is a family affair.
Now the next one. I saw your mom post here. Next one.
Yeah, the mom's like, my daughter-in-law. Okay, this helped with context. Context I didn't even need because I still feel the same. Also, the people on this called him the asshole. And the comments on this are you're the asshole. Totally. Your mother has made Annie's name totally toxic, like radioactive waste toxic. If you do this, your mom will make her the golden child. I feel like this is the same person that commented on the other one. Your wife, whom your mother has tortured about Annie, will be forced to have a child whose name is a knife in the back every time she says it or sees it. Yeah. So everybody just agrees with that. That's crazy.
I love that.
That's crazy. Yeah. Another comment on the other post says, well, the name is pretty. The association is the issue. It may be cruel to say, but I truly, oh, this is OP. Okay, sorry, let me read this again. OP commented on her post previously, and it says, while the name is pretty, the association is the issue. It might be cruel to say, but I truly didn't know her. And while it's lovely, he wants to honor her, I don't want that to be at the expense of our child, especially since the name is shrouded in so many issues. Yeah, I don't think that's cruel at all. I think that just makes sense. This was crazy. Yeah, no, I think you're not the asshole, Charlotte, whatever your name is, and your husband needs to just
stop.
Just like scrub his brain with bleach. Like, how stupid are you?
He's a little soft-brained boy.
Yeah, what a dumb husband.
Yeah, but you know what? He has all these people that are in her corner now, and he'll be like, "Oh, I guess I am an idiot."
Yeah,
I think good.
I think he said that on the post up here. I think he said, edit 2. I've been reading a lot of comments, so I wanted to add a little. Yes, my mother refuses to acknowledge our son as a real grandchild. What the
That is so nuts.
So horrible. What a horrible, like, she's the ultimate asshole, the grandmother.
Yeah.
Hell, she refused to believe the kid was mine. No, I don't think naming our daughter Annie will make my mother love her more. I think the same thing will happen to her. Yes, my wife also has an argument before she left and didn't just walk out. Yeah, no, you're still.
That's why he wants to do it, because he thinks it's going to bring his mom back.
Yeah, I don't.
That has to be a part of it.
I don't think he's being honest. Yeah, I think he wants mommy back in his life, even though she's being a terrible human being. Yeah, no, I don't like it. Get rid of the husband.
I don't like it.
Get rid of the husband.
Go away.
Divorce.
That was a good one. I love the depth of that, and I loved the full circle moment there.
I love Reddit.
Am I an asshole for telling my boyfriend's dad he was dead? Okay. Drama.
Gotcha. Okay.
My boyfriend left home on his 18th birthday after a big fight with his dad. He tried to reach out after that, but his dad completely ignored him, wanted nothing to do with him. My boyfriend was really depressed about it, but he eventually got over it. I remember one night we all got drunk, we're apartment sharing with friends, and he told us that he was dead to his father. That stuck with me. Yesterday, he just showed up. My boyfriend's dad, that is. Myself and one of our roommates were the only people at home. I answered the door, but I didn't let him in. He said he wanted to talk to his son, and I said, "Oh, your dead son?" He must not have remembered or understood the reference because he went completely pale and asked about how and when he died. He looked almost as upset as my boyfriend had been, so I decided to let him stew in it. I told him a fake story. He looked like he was going to throw up. I asked if he could come in and have some water. I reluctantly let him in because he seemed very ill. Once inside, my roommate saw us and asked what was going on. My boyfriend's dad asked if he knew his son, and my roommate was super confused, and it quickly came out that my boyfriend wasn't actually dead.
Oh.
My boyfriend's dad was furious. He said I was a sick person with a hateful heart. I told him that his son was dead to him, so why would he even care? He said he made a mistake in the moment of anger, But I made a cold-blooded decision. My roommate also said what I did was f***ed up. I went to our room and I called my boyfriend, who said to make sure that his dad left before he came home, which I did, and he did, reluctantly. I didn't tell my boyfriend about the dead thing, just that he showed up and seemed to regret things. My boyfriend is shocked by his dad just showing up, and I don't want to pile any more on. My roommate said that I was a huge asshole because no one deserves that, but I'm not sure. He did look so sick, but part of me thinks he brought it all upon himself. I don't know. Edit. One of you made a very compelling case to tell my boyfriend as soon as possible about telling his dad he was dead. He wanted to know about his dad's reaction, and he kept asking if he said anything other than asking for more information before he found out it was a lie. He only really asked questions like when, how, was it sudden, and such. And my boyfriend was pretty disappointed by that. He was pretty depressed this morning.
Dude, what? How do you you're like, well, your dead son, and there's like, he's dead, and then you're like, perfect opportunity. I'm going to psychologically...
think fast.
I mean, I think it's horrible. You don't, like, I don't think this... I mean, I can't even remember what their fight was about. 18th birthday. I know, see, this is funny because I feel like Selena would like...
You can see my face. Like,
and then I'm just like, I could never do that to someone.
It was a couple seconds long.
Yeah, but he had, or she, or whoever's making this post had no intention to actually tell him the truth. Like,
that's why
if that roommate didn't come home and be like, no, he's not, then what the would happen? He would just walk around. What if he did something horrible? Like if he felt like his last communication with his son was so bad. You know,
so you're thinking deep. I was just thinking like
you have to think deep about death.
But like in a way,
like
he was mean.
We don't. Yeah, they said they had a big fight. We don't know what that is. Like if this was like, if this was something crazy, if it was something like, dad was hitting really him and like just like being a horrible person and whatever. Like, you know how many fights I've had with my mom that ends in like, you're not cheating. You're not my mom. You're not.
It is wrong, but I could see it like, for me, like you let it last just for a second. But you're right. If the roommate didn't come in, she probably wouldn't have ever said anything. And that's really bad.
Like this guy's
for like a millisecond.
You know what? Sure, I'll let you have that. But yeah, this person, and then they said he seemed really ill. Of course, you just told him his son's dead. That like,
he's
this person
dead.
Sounds like a psychopath. It's like kind of gave me the ick, TBH.
Yeah, they were voted. This was voted an asshole. One of the comments here is, no matter what your boyfriend said to you in a moment of drunken anger, that doesn't mean you involve yourself in his relationship. Okay, so there's some back here. So he must have been shitty too. Okay. You purposely made up a wild story about his child being dead. You didn't tell your boyfriend about it because you knew it would make you sound completely psychotic. Whoops. Yeah. Regardless of what happens between you and your boyfriend and his dad, I suggest you get therapy. And then someone agrees and says, this gives sociopath
Yeah, that's
vibes.
what I said.
Just sitting there watching the dad in anguish with your bullcrap story, really sick. Okay, I feel like a crazy person for agreeing even for a second. I'm not like that, but it was funny for a second.
I get why you'd think like if you're like
oh, your dead son?
Yeah.
And then just watch his face and then go,
you just don't want to go back on what, yeah. It's like, no, he's actually fine. But yeah, no, literally the whole like, yeah, and he got ill just gives total sociopath, psychopath, more like psychopath vibes. But yeah, let's not do that. Let's maybe not do that. He literally just messed up his words and he just stuck to it. He did really good improv. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Yes, improv.
Yeah.
Terrible for life.
Terrible.
If you're in an improv situation where you're on stage, this was a great performance.
I love when we do improv. It takes me back.
Me too. It does. It takes me back. Takes me back to House on Eden for sure.
Oh yeah, it took me back to on the stage at that Texas theater.
Oh, true. That was fun.
That was.
We had a little drama session where we just were making up stuff about fighting over the same guy or so. I can't even remember.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, Pedro Pascal. That's so funny. Yes.
Oh my God.
All right, we have one more. Am I the asshole? All right, here we go. Would I be the asshole for refusing to continue my dad's death wish because of my mother's will? Oh. I, 40 female, am the primary healthcare proxy for my mother, 85 female, and our relationship is complicated to say the least. Growing up, my parents have always had favorites between me and my brother, 44 male now. My brother was my mother's favorite, and I was my dad's favorite, and because of that, it sort of balanced out. However, my dad passed away last year when he was 91, and it was a really difficult time for me and my mother, especially since my mother's health had declined a lot since my dad passed away. And despite how I wasn't as close to my mother, I still decided to step up and take care of her, especially when my dad asked me to do so on his deathbed, because he didn't want my mother to be alone after he had passed away. However, recently, I heard from one of my dad's friends about how my mother was planning on leaving almost everything behind for my brother in her will.
What?
How my brother was going to get the majority of the financial inheritance, all of the family heirlooms, and most importantly, the family home that my father wanted to give to me, but decided not to do so because he didn't want to make my mother homeless. Right? Oh no! Oh my gosh! And that bothers me, because not only have I been the one to take care of her for the last year, but also because this kind of blatant favoritism seemed far too extreme, even for me. Especially, yeah. This is crazy. This is like the iffy stuff. We talked about it briefly before, but man, when people die and people just like scrounge for the inheritance scraps, it gets so ugly. It's so sad.
Yeah.
All right. Especially since my brother already has a house on his own since my father gifted him one when he first got married. Wow, that's quite nice. While I still don't have one for myself because I promised my dad that my now deceased husband that we wouldn't buy one for ourselves since my dad that he wanted to give us the family home. Oh, right, because, so he didn't get her home because they were going to get oh, no. Well, yeah, I wonder what I got to finish this. I just am wondering how the brother's relationship with the sister is, because maybe, sure, the mom dies, but maybe the brother's like, you can have this stuff. Anyway, so.
Yeah.
When I confronted my mother over this, she not only confirmed that it was true, but she told me that she thought it would be better for my brother to have the family home because it was bigger than the house that he had now, and that he and his wife, 34 female, was going to have another child soon, so they need more room. And she also argued that since I only had one daughter and no husband, I didn't need such a big house. What a bitch. Oh my gosh. But when I told her about what my dad promised me about the family home, she argued that if he really meant it, that he would have given it to me in the first place instead of just leaving it under her own name. And since she owns the house now, she was going to give it to my brother no matter what. But she did try to provide me with some solutions by telling me that I should ask my brother for his house if owning a house was the main issue, which obviously wasn't going to work out.
Yeah, you can't just ask people for houses.
Yeah, you can't. You're like, oh, well, I'm just going to put it on my son, on your brother. Like, no big deal. And now, because of what feels like a massive betrayal, I feel like I should just cut my support for her, sign away my rights as her healthcare proxy, and never talk to her again. But I also feel conflicted if I do so, because I'll be betraying my dad's death wish. Oh my gosh, especially since I promised that I would take care of her after he died. Oh my gosh. Edit, because the character limits, I wasn't able to explain the whole family situation, so I'm going to try to leave some comments behind to explain everything and how and why I'm not mad about the favoritism towards my brother in the majority of my mother's will, especially since after my dad died, he left behind a favorable amount of money for me. Okay, that's good context. About 70-20-10, with 70% going to me, with me getting about $5.5 million.
And you didn't buy a house?
Yeah, wow. This is, yeah, these people, I mean, he bought a house for his son. Like, that's crazy. I mean, good for you guys, whatever. About $5.5 million for both personal uses and for medical care for my mother. Oh, with me getting about $5.5 million for both personal uses and for medical care for my mother. Still a crazy amount of money, but okay. 20% going to my brother, so he gets $1.7 million to support his family and $800,000 for my mother for her to use for her personal care, and that I would use the money I received from my dad to care for her. Okay, so you did get the lion's share in a big way. That's a lot.
That really changes the story.
That'll change your life, dude. What? And yes, I know this is blatant favoritism for both sides. And yes, I know it wasn't fair for our parents to play favorites, which is why I'm not upset about my brother receiving the majority of my mother's will in both finances and in having the rest of the family heirlooms. The only thing that I'm just upset about is not getting the family home like I was promised by my father, especially since that's what my dad wished for me to have, only for my mother to trample all over because she believes that my brother needs a home more than I do. Talk about privilege.
Yeah, talk about privilege for sure.
$5 million.
Dude, hearing that changes kind of like my whole outlook.
It's hard, dude. Like, are you kidding me?
I've kind of lived this in a weird way, not big money way, but my uncle, so my grandmother outlived, my grandfather. Mm-hmm. There was my mom and her brother. So my mother's brother, he's a strange duck. You know about my mom's brother?
Yes.
He's a savant. He is very, that's the best way to say
he likes some weird stuff.
When my grandma died, she said to my mom, please take care of Brian. And my mom was very sick. And she said, I can't take care of Brian. And I said, I will do my best. So my uncle has pretty severe dementia, but he's always just been kind of a asshole.
Yeah.
So when my grandma died and was planning to, she had cancer and stuff, she put everything in my mom's name because she knew if she put it down the middle that my uncle would take advantage and he would do stuff. So she knew that my mom had to have everything in her name because she could be trusted to evenly divide everything. Mm-hmm. So she took it all with knowing she was going to give half to my uncle. And she did that. Mm-hmm. But if it would have been down the middle, he would have taken advantage. Even when we were doing stuff, he was hiding things. He was doing really, really, really strange things. So I kind of understand this. I also remember years ago, my parents doing their will and being like, well, we're going to give all the cars to Joel. And I was like, what about me?
Yeah.
What about me? So I understand the unfairness, but like here, knowing that he gave her millions of dollars more, that's probably more than what that house is worth. I think I wouldn't cancel my care because it's still your mom and she doesn't sound like a bad person.
Yeah.
She has her own reasons.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because, like if the mom, did something really bad or so, like I get that.
But she didn't say.
You guys had a weird ass family dynamic where it was just like okay for one parent not to really like the other kid and vice versa. And you guys are okay with that, it seems, which is fine. It's odd and it's kind of sad, but whatever.
Yeah.
You just seem like you're only upset because you didn't get the family house, which I get it. It's like in your family and you expected it and all that stuff. I don't want to be like, you're just privileged.
You're just a twerp.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm going to try to like put that away because like, growing up with like not a bunch of money was like I cannot relate.
Yeah. Same.
And if I die, it's just like, yeah, if I die as of right now, my family will hear this and probably want to kill me. But no, all my stuff is like it's just like even keel, but I trust all my family.
It doesn't just go to Caleb? Or does it go if you both die?
No, so we have it, yeah, so if we both die, then it goes to both of our families, and then if I die, then I have stuff that'll go towards Caleb, but also to my family, but then we've also talked about, like, I mean, he would always take care of my family and vice versa, I would always take care of his family, no matter what. It's just like what our will was. Just, anyway, not that people need to know about my will.
Yeah, mine's set all to go, because mine just goes to my brother. Even if Adam, it all goes to my brother. Because that's like, Adam's the only child and I just have my brother. So.
Yeah, everybody's got like different family situations or whatever.
It's just like crazy setting it up. It feels gross. You're just like, okay, if I die.
Yeah, it's so weird.
You guys need to decide where my baby goes.
Yeah, doing the will is weird, especially if you have kids and stuff. Because I can't even imagine that because I don't at this point. But
we had to do it during surrogacy. We had to set all that up. So it's like, okay, well, the baby needs, my brother and Adam's mom need to decide. We're leaving it up to them who wants to take them because, like, depending on, it's so weird. Oh God, it's so gross,
weird, but
I don't want to
die. Like, not everybody has to do it because I'm sure tons of people don't do it. But yeah, as soon as even before I got married, like as soon as made like a decent amount of money because I never had money, I was like, oh, I need to make sure if I die. I was also really sad at the time. I was like, let's make a will.
Yeah.
Luckily, it hasn't been used. But yeah, I was just like, whoa, this is like really morbid. But it's also like everyone should do that because it's just, what? What's up?
Did you hear that?
Nuh-uh.
Adam just appeared on my porch and scared the shit out of me and grabbed a vacuum. That was so scary. Anyways, talking about this makes me think about something crazy that I saw on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
There's this girl, and she created, like, you know, you have your folders, you have your will in your folder, your all your stuff. She created a folder that's called If I Go Missing.
Ooh.
And inside this folder is hair she pulled out of her head in a little baggie and her fingerprints.
Nice.
And people's like, isn't that incredible? We should, if you're listening, make an If I Go Missing folder.
I have a folder
just in case.
that I don't think I have it on this phone anymore, but I had a folder that's like, if I go missing, photos. Because you know that photo's not going to be the only photo.
Me, I'll be like, don't use any of my ones on social media.
When I was like, it was like my early 20s, because I watched Dateline with my mom like religiously when I lived with her or whatever, and I'd be like, what photo are they gonna use of me? So every time I like took a decent photo that was like more up to date, I'd be like, put it in this folder.
I look
so
like,
cute. Hopefully if somebody found my phone and they could be like, oh, we have the photo we can use. We got permission. I'll send it to you so you know.
No, yeah.
Be like,
so I know.
Call all the media and be like, this one.
I've thought about that so many times, like to make a plan with someone if something happens to me. So like me, I'd be like, Chris, right now we're having the conversation. If I go missing, I need you to start a GoFundMe for Adam, okay? Everybody's hearing this. A GoFundMe to pay off the farm, okay? That's your thing. Make sure that they use the photos that aren't heavily edited.
Yeah,
so,
I know. Yeah, I
deep
know.
ones in
I'll
your
get
phone,
a tasteful one, yeah. And not one that's like this.
Let them know my real weight, okay? Yeah, just be like
a thumbnail photo.
Been missing, and I'm just like, her face when she went missing. So dark. Oh,
it's very dark, but you know what? You got to be able to joke because.
Is there anything you need me to know if you go missing or you die?
I've told
Is there
my
anything
sisters.
You want me to do?
I've told my sister, well, especially when I because I was selling my house in Canada, and I was just like, if I die, please, because I wasn't able to like move my stuff because I wasn't allowed back in the country for so long. I was like,
yes,
my nightstand drawer, please go. I was like, in this part of the house, you need to get rid of this thing or this thing. Nothing illegal. Nothing illegal.
Sometimes,
just like, you know, stuff you wouldn't want your parents to find.
No, it's called your dildo friend. So there was a TikTok and it was a girl and it was her breaking into her friend's house after she died before her parents went in to get all that shit. And I thought it was hilarious because I always hide shit like that and forget and then find it in a weird place. I'm like, oh my God, what if somebody opened this box? It is what it is. We're grown-ups. Don't be weird.
Yeah, for me, you know, just find a D's photo. That'd be great. Yeah. And then don't say I lit up a room when I walked into it. But you do.
She pissed off everyone.
The room got substantially darker when she entered it. That's what I want.
Weird.
Yeah.
You want like a really
cut
dark
the
one?
tension with a knife when she walked in the room.
Everyone was nervous.
It was like peanut butter in there. Like, just weird. Like molasses.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I want. Anyway, yeah. Gotta think about this stuff because I think about it.
Yeah.
Every time I go for like walk or something, I'm like, the cartel could like kidnap me right now, or just like a random trucker.
That's something that Adam brings up. Every time I go to West Virginia, I drove these places. He'd be like, if people recognize you and they're the wrong kind of people, like, I'd have to pay for you to get you back. Yeah. I'm just like, don't, Adam, don't.
Yeah. Yeah. How much would you be like? How much? Or like if I don't even know what I'm asking right now.
Like if someone took me, how much would they ask for ransom?
Okay. So how much would it be where you're like, I'm f***ed? Like no one's gonna pay it. No one will pay this. I think anywhere in the 7 figures, I'd be like
$500,000.
Yeah, above 500, I'd be like, oh no, like no, not even the government's gonna pay for me. It is to think about. It's just like who's coming up with that money? Like when people do get held for ransom, it's like who's paying that? Is the government?
Well, isn't there like a rule where they don't pay ransom for people because it would happen more?
I think so. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I know
I feel like Adam would just turn into a ninja and find me. I feel like he could.
Liam
Adam
Neeson.
Is such like a
Caleb. Caleb would gather all of his artillery and
figure it out.
He'd find.
I could see that. Dude, I could so see Caleb.
Yeah, he'd go in Rambo mode.
Okay, well, nobody get a ideas listening to this. Both of us have great home security systems, okay?
Yeah.
I'm too big to pick up, so you could try, but I spin and shit, so...
She does do a spin and shit.
Yeah, Chris.
I have
Chris
really big
it.
dogs and a husband with a lot of artillery. All right, so don't even try.
Don't even try.
Don't
We're
even
country
try.
folk.
Okay.
No.
Anyway, let's go to the comments. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the will.
Transition.
And I agree with this. They voted that everyone sucks, and I feel like that's kind of true because like you're just wanting to give up on your mom because you're not gonna get stuff. Not that great. But anyway, it says, quote, "Mom, I've been taking care of you because it was Dad's wish that I do so, but it was also his wish that I get his house. In fact, the only reason he didn't give it to me directly is that he didn't want you to become homeless. But if you feel no obligation to follow his wishes, I guess I shouldn't either. I'm sorry that you don't think of me as an equal to my brother, but since it is absolutely clear that that is your position, I feel foolish trying to push something on you that you clearly don't want. I'll let brother know that you want, I'll let brother know that you need him to take care of you from now on, and I'll try to move on with my life knowing that nothing I could ever do is good enough for you. Not the asshole, your parents' behavior, both of them, not just your mom's, has been atrocious, and it's completely understandable that you are now done with it. It was unfair of them to play favorites, and it was selfish of them to create a situation like this." At the end of the day, they were the parents, and it totally is on them to raise children to believe that favoritism and this kind of thing is okay, because it really
You should have never
isn't.
known that they felt differently about each other.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
not
for
going to
sure.
completely put it on them. I mean, they're adults now, but when you're raised in that, it's just like how like and then it says, "But I have to update my official judgment to everyone is the asshole." Your original post included a lot of little extraneous details while leaving out the punchline that your father gave you such a disproportionate share of the financial assets that even your mother leaves everything to you, to your brother, it still won't equal the 70% you already got. Yeah, I'm glad that was
Everyone
added because
sucks.
that changes everything for me.
Everyone sucks, man. That just is what it is.
Everyone sucks. It's a shitty situation. Sucks. Parents die and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, greed is an ugly sin.
Yeah, it is. I remember going back, and this is when I found out about my parents' will, I was so violently in debt, like in such. Like, I've talked about this before. By the time I was like 24, I was like close to $200,000 in debt. It was insane.
Yeah.
And I remember my parents being like, "Oh, we're leaving the cars to Joel," and I was just like, "How could you do that?" Because truth is, my brother always has felt like the favorite, and I've talked about that. But I also put my parents through a lot. Joel was an easy kid because he saw how bad I was. But at the same time, like, it's just so weird.
No, yeah,
Childhood is weird.
yeah, no, and when you are in a financial, like a hardship, I can understand that. Like, it's like you're not banking on your parents leaving you something, but kinda. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
Like, I watched my parents go through it with their siblings and all that kind of thing. It's like, it's ugly, but it's just like.
But I think another thing for them too is they're like, okay, she already messed up. If we give her more, she's just gonna throw it all away. So I can see it from all of these different aspects. Yeah, it's all weird.
It is weird. It's weird and it's uncomfy. And it splits up families, and it's just like, I'm very grateful that if my, God forbid my parents pass or whoever in my family passes, like I just know it won't be. Like, I think it'll be okay. Because I know we all kind of think differently. Like, I'm like, I don't need anything.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I'll split it up. Whatever. I don't need,
Yep.
not that I don't care about heirlooms or that kind of thing, but things are things to me. I don't put I just want my mom back. I don't need her scarf or her ring to feel like, that was like the big thing that my family fought over was like things. Not necessarily money, because they didn't really have much money or anything, but it was just things. And I was like, oh man, like I got pictures, like I'm okay, like I'm good. If you guys want to have that
My mom
stuff.
is a things person. You've seen my mom's
Yeah.
basement,
She is the things person.
And that's the thing. My brother is not a things person, and I'm I'm going to be so curious. Like for me, like my plan is like I want my parents' legacy to live on.
Yeah.
So, like, my mom has a Guinness World Record collection.
Yeah.
You guys don't know about this. It's insane. It's typeset trays full of miniature things. My plan is to open a restaurant, call it Joanne's after my mom, and put it all behind glass.
Wonderful.
Like all the Pyrex missing bowls, all of the milk glass, and do like this breakfast restaurant
That'd be
in her honor. And I feel like then everybody can enjoy it rather than it just
sitting
being
in
my basement or being in boxes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We're both settled. Like my mom does. That's one thing that's really hard is I have total opposites. Adam's parents and my parents. Adam's parents have like gotten rid of tons of stuff. Like they would be easy. Like if they were both gone, like settling their estates would be simple.
Yeah.
My mom, for the other, like my mom is a antique hoarder in the best way. I don't mean this in a bad way, but going after dealing with my uncle and putting him into a home and having to go through that house,
which
was all my grandma's stuff, all my uncle's, that was months.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even a fraction of, you know, the collection my parents had.
No.
So it's like, and we're already established. It's not like we're going to be, and that's one of the things I try to explain to her. I'm like, you don't need to keep buying stuff, because back in the day she bought milkshake machines. Have you ever seen the Hamilton Beach 3-head ones? They're very hard to get. They're antique. They're so cool. Yeah. Well, she has 2 green ones and 2 cream ones, so my brother and I can each have a color of this milkshake machine. And I'm like, Mom, I'm definitely gonna take one. I'm like, I only need one, bro.
Of course. That's like a whole other situation, because she's like, she's got like valuable like Guinness World. I love that idea so much. That's a really sweet idea. Very cool idea. I love that. Like a vintage antique type restaurant. I would go there every freaking day.
Think how cool that would be. Oh yeah,
I love that idea.
We need to do Am I Asshole bedtime story now.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. You go. I think I started last time.
Okay. I'm gonna pose it like a Reddit story.
Okay.
This is hard.
Okay. Okay. You're gonna come up with like a title?
Am I an asshole for wanting to sell my mom's haunted house?
I, 28 female. My 28 female mother passed away last week from cancer.
Oh.
Yep.
Sorry, that's my baby's sock letting me know they just took it off. Sorry. He has an owlette sock. Yes. I'm like, oh my God, he's not breathing. Okay. My mother decided to spend the last month of her life in hospice in her upstairs bedroom.
This house has been in our family for generations. And when I lived there as a kid, I always thought it was haunted, but my mother never said it was, or she always denied it was.
But we all knew the front bedroom where she took her hospice had been the hospice room to 4 other family members.
My grandfather, my great-grandmother, and my great-great-great-uncle all had died in the house. And they all seemed to die from the same thing. Because, see, my mother did have cancer, but she died from asphyxiation.
As children, we would always run and play in the hallway, but we always avoided the door to what we called the death room.
Every time we went in this room as kids, it was kind of a game for who could stay in there longer. And the longer someone stayed in that room, the less they could breathe, as if someone was tightening their hands around your neck.
And also interesting, the longer you stayed in the room, the harder it was to turn the doorknob to get back out, as if it was glued shut.
So after one time, when my father had to break down the door to get me out, none of us ever went back in there. But all of the people that died in that house, including my mother, were found in that room after they passed.
I am the last of my family members, and I have spent the last couple weeks cleaning out the house, but narrowly avoiding the death room.
But since I'm selling the house, I have to go in this room. But since I'm selling the house, I had to go in this room to see if there was anything in there. So I did. And what I found horrified me.
I was in this small closet in the corner pulling out old blankets when the door to the closet shut. And on the back of the door, I saw claw marks.
And the claw marks spelled out a name. And that name was my last name. The one that had been carried on through generation after generation. And then I started to feel it.
The air in the closet got thinner, and the doorknob wouldn't turn.
That feeling of someone squeezing my neck came back. My whole childhood flashed before my eyes. The reason why I never went in this closet. So I started to kick and claw and kick at the door. And finally, it opened.
As I fell out of the closet onto the floor, gasping for breath, I could hear a familiar voice down the hallway. It sounded like my mother.
And she said, don't sell the house.
I said, sorry, Mom, I'm going to sell the house. And I ran out and closed the door, and I never went
This
back.
shit, I'm out.
Don't. Interesting story, though. That's a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, cool.
Well, nope.
Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yep.
Go to bed.
That was
Go to bed,
great.
bed bugs.
No, it's good. Yeah, good night. Good night. I have still the rest of my day to go through.
Yeah, me too.
Damn. Shit.
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 All right. Peace.
Bye.